Hello everybody, I'm out with my chickens. I've been building my screened in wall. It's going to hold all the leaves every year so it'll compost. I'm only putting this up to keep them from digging because the ground's real soft. So I'm putting that up, but when the dirt comes down, it'll come out this way and they'll keep digging the dirt out, but I got to keep putting the leaves in. Eventually it'll work itself dry, maybe I'll go out in the back here and grab some of these leaves and stick them in there so they compost down to almost nothing. And that way they can dig out from underneath and then more dirty dirt will come in. This is all chicken dirt here from all the chickens from the past. Oh, I don't know. How long have I owning chickens now? Well, let's see. I think I got my first chickens when year 2014, I think is when I got chickens. And then I have gone through, I don't know how many chickens pass away, die of old age. And or I just sell them because I got tired of the way they treated me. I don't like the way they treat me. Oh, you found a worm? Look at that. She found a worm. That's Crow right there. I thought she was one of those all black skinned ones, but she's got white skin. So she's a mix of something. That's what we just call her Crow. She's a black chicken. We don't know what she is, but there's lots of different types of black chickens out there that doesn't always be all black. Like, I don't think she has black bones either. She lays a really pretty white egg, and it's a medium size, so she's not like a big chicken. And right now, I give them these hoops. These hoops are full of like worms and dirt, and I keep putting like dirt, and then I put rocks, and then I put leaves, and then hay, rocks, dirt, leaves, sticks, all that kind of stuff, back and forth, back and forth. And when it composes down enough where I can't even lift them anymore, I just tip them over and let the chickens have them. I have another one over here, but the wire on it's breaking, so I can't get it to stand up anymore, so I might have to recycle it. And then that one over there, I'm never going to take it down. It's just going to keep composting down. There's a bunch of sticks in it. They do pick through it. Sometimes they'll see a bug and they'll stick their beak in there and pull it out. This is made so they can't really pull anything out because I want it to compost. I want the worms to get up in there. I want them to eat, knock it down. There's lots of rocks and logs in there to break it down. In a way, it protects the garden a little more for the chickens. And I mean, that goes all the way up. And then I got the wavy wire up here. It's hard to see it because the way the wavy wire is, if something does fly in, it'll bounce out. And anything that tries to fly out will bounce back in. And eventually, when they don't have this fence up here, so I can put my fence, see my fence? It used to be, that's the main part where it curved in. And it would go all the way down right where this other guy, not this new neighbors, but the other guy put it right on the area where I just got done cleaning it back up, took out all the stakes that were rotten, all the chicken, I know, there goes my rooster, all the chicken wire that rotted. My husband and I pulled it all out, and he said, let's just pull it all out, go to Lowe's, buy those 5-foot stakes, 5-foot stake them in, because these ones are all 4-foot stakes. I mean, I think all 4-foot. I don't think I have any 5-foot back here. And we were going to go ahead and reset my fence, but then the other neighbors that used to live next door decided to use the area where I put my fence. It's literally 8 inches from the border. That's now he's on my side, which big huge tree branch fell down and put a big huge dent in it right there. See, putting it so close to these trees, that if anybody was thinking, they would have cut trees down, then put it up. And I found out that tree right there, that big tree I thought was, half and half on the line, it's actually on their property. This one here used to have 2 of them on it. The one branch was bending over this way. It was dead, so we cut it down, even though it was on their side of the property. But the stick thing was on my side of the property, so we cut it back. We cut it down because it was just in the way for the chickens, and I couldn't put the fence up. Anyway, and but they're doing really well and digging it up. The rooster keeps calling them back in because he doesn't understand why they don't come, because I'm out here. I got the crow call. I already had a hawk come in, sitting on a really big branch, really big hawk. Scared the crap out of me. I looked over and went, oh, and he's watching my hens. But I know they tried to fly in here before and bounced off, but some of my wire, my wavy wire has rotted, so I have to put new wavy wire up. And then I spray paint it so it's hard to see. I don't put black spray paint. I put like a color that, like the nature. So whenever the hawk tries to fly in low, it just bounces back off. But right now, some of it's rotted, and I have to start all over again. But anyway, the breeds are enjoying it. I got dirt up here. See how the dirt's a different color there? Because this dirt is right where they all seem to pick at and poop at and do the chicken thing. And everybody says, well, you need compost piles. No, compost piles is mostly these rings, these half rings that I have started. And what I do is I fill them up, and I gradually keep filling them up with trash. And then what happens is it breaks down, or it fills up really heavy, and all kinds of worms and things are in it. So then I just can't move them no more. So I flip them over and let the chickens have at it. They'll break it down. Then I'll re-pick it back up and re-stick it back into one of these, this new idea of mine. But I'm using all that old wood that one guy gave me for like fencing, extra fencing. Even though there's steel poles in there, but the steel poles do rot. They're only good for temporary, but heck, that's why I put the wood on there. Bring it out a little bit so I can stick stuff in it. Because, you know, if you put something there, the chickens will dig it right back out. I did take the plant out. There was a plant in here, my blueberry plant. I stuck it in the bucket in the greenhouse. I'll replant it later. And maybe after this next rainstorm we're going to have, and I'll go ahead and plant it and mulch it up real good so nothing can get to it. See how that is right there, how she's digging and she's pulling leaves out? Well, see, I need to put these up to keep them from doing that until it composes. I don't want the leaves back in here when I'm just got done putting them in there and they haven't composted yet and everything. But I do have like logs and rocks. The rocks help too because, you know, it makes critters hide in that stuff. The rocks will eventually drop to the bottom and then they won't be able to pull anything out. And, you know, probably where I have to take it all down, take all the dirt out, rehook it back up. You know, it all works out. That's what that's here for. It's to help the chickens and me to get really good dirt and everything. But there's lots of good dirt in here. Chickens are really working hard. And but I'm gonna put that's a hoop that I just got done emptying, and I had poured it out everywhere. I think I poured it out over on the other side and they were digging through it. But I'm gonna put in a hoop, half a hoop like I did in the other room with the like garden, but instead I'm going to fill it up with like sand and the de-earth and the lime and mix it together with the dirt so they can have it's called a dusting tunnel. So I'm going to make a dusting tunnel from here to here and leave this opening so I can come out, and then from there to I can get to the metal over there. I'm going to probably, because those are metal, just to kind of protect them a little bit. I don't have it all secured, so the metal is just for now. And it'll go right, I should get my finger in here, right about here is where it will end. So they can come out. And this way it's a good protection for them too, if I'm not in the backyard. If I decide that I'm going to go in the house for a little bit. And, you know, and they see a bird. I mean, most of these ones that came from my girlfriend, like this one. And this one over there. And let me see another one. Those other cochins I have. They seen a hawk and they know what they can do and they know how to run away. So what they'll do is they'll go in and they'll literally hide, and they'll make a really loud, sharp noise and hide. And then the other ones usually follow. They all go and hide. That little Alice bird learned really fast when she saw one fly over and didn't know what it was, and all the other ones made this really loud screaming noise, and they all hid. And then she was like, and then she went and hid, and then she couldn't get back out of the situation she was in. She was kind of stuck. But they learn by watching the other ones. And if I'm out here, I have a crow call. Here, I'll show you the crow call. And I make a crow call. They all stand there and look at me, and suddenly, see my crow call? And they suddenly, they'll all go running, or the hawks come, not hawks, but the crows come in. I had 6 crows come in to chase away the really big hawk that came in. It scared the crap out of me when I saw it sitting on a tree branch looking right at me. I'm like, oh no. So I took my crow call out, start calling the crows in. 6 crows came in and took it away. And I'm like, yes, this is the way it's supposed to be. So use the crows to help you. Don't be afraid, but they will. You know, a lot of people say, well, crows eat the babies. No, they don't. They only eat babies if they feel threatened. They'll eat someone else's babies. I've never seen them eat no babies. Boy, some cloud covers coming. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. See the clouds? My girlfriend said she's already getting rain. She's south of me. And now I need to get packed up and get this stuff put away. I did enough today. I need to find some more of that 1-inch wire here. I have some leftovers, and I've been using all my leftovers and putting them in here for now because I thought this would be a good idea. I need to put some more zip ties there. I didn't put the zip ties in yet. So that way I can go as high as right about here, as high as I'll go. And then I thought, if it drops it down a little bit, I might go ahead and plant stuff in it and add some dirt to it so it'll all grow outward and the chickens can jump up and eat it, and some of the tall ones can just stand there and chow down on it. Usually I fill that up with grass seed and stuff, and it all grows grass seed. It looks kind of funny, but it works. So, and they do eat it, so I kind of keep them active and doing stuff. And I keep thinking about taking this tree out. My husband says, why? Then your chickens don't have any shade. Well, they have this really huge tree I'm sitting under, and then I have that other tree that's half dead. I need to cut it down. I haven't done it yet. And but the neighbors, if they take that really nasty tree down, I don't mind helping them out, because I just don't want it to hit any more of those branches, these branches right here, breaking off and hitting the top of that, because I have gone through so many tops that it's ripping through. Well, birdies, you ready to go back in? Huh? You ready to go back in? Huh? There's Josephina. Josephina, you want to go back in? She's got such a pretty little butt. They're all got really cute butts. I put a lot of seeds out here and stuff they can nibble through. And that's Nutmeg over there. My husband named her Nutmeg. I couldn't figure out what to name her. She's so orange. I couldn't figure it out. I thought about orange rind, but he said, oh, that sounds stupid. I said, well, what's it remind you of? Nutmeg. I guess so, in a way. And then you got Turtle Dove, and he goes, why'd you name her Turtle Dove? She looks like a dove. And I like turtles, so she became Turtle Dove. And plus, if you see a turtle dove, they almost look like the same coloration. I have another bird in here somewhere. I can hear it. That must be Crow. Oh, she's over underneath there where I dumped that other one at. But I can't wait to see a lot of this dirt. I need to bring it down here and fill that hole in. I keep tripping in that hole. I tell you, not a good feeling when you fall in a hole and your legs are already hurting so much. Went for a good long walk with my husband yesterday. He said, take the day off. You don't need to be working. And then I'm take the day off. And then now I got tons and tons of sewing machines. He's like, now when are you going to start working and get those sewing machines done? I just stare at him with a mean look. I could have started yesterday, but he wouldn't let me work. He said, that's a holiday. You need to take a day off. Fine. Whatever. It confuses me all the time. But I got ideas over here. I need to put my heavy wire back down, but I need to put my fence up before I put the heavy wire back down to keep the... and if I do the fence thing here, I might do the same thing, because it gets so many leaves, I have nowhere to put them, and I just don't like taking them out in the woods. I can recycle them and use a lot of stuff in them. Oh, here they come back. You want to see what I'm doing? You ready to go back in? I know you guys like looking for bugs and critters. You like bugs and critters. Anyway, and Turtle Dove's coming back. She's like, oh, this is so yummy in here. I keep finding all kinds of beetles and centipedes and all kinds of yum-yums, and she likes eating that. She won't eat a worm. She picks up the worm and spits it back out like, blah. And then the other ones come running, oh, yum, worm. So I guess everybody likes whatever they like. But I got to get some more. I got some heavy-duty stuff that I can put this down to keep them from digging that out for now. That's just temporary, not meant to be there for a long time. I'm going to be planting. I got ideas about making wire squares, really big squares, like 2 foot by 2 foot. Putting chicken wire around them, and then planting them full. I mean, I think I got this from another YouTuber, that they planted like, they made round hoops, but I'm going to make squares. And then I'm going to fill it up with clover and leaves and all kinds of stuff, and let it grow as tall as I can and get it growing ready to go to seed. And then I'm going to pull it off. And then I'm going to let them have it. And then they can chip through it and eat it, and whatever chickens like to do, rip them apart. I don't care. And then later I can go ahead and I can... I could add more, and I have like maybe 5 of them going at once, and they keep trying to pick. They can pick on the edge that they can't pick through. So I think that would be good. Or I might just leave some of them open. I just don't want, because the little ones can actually fit in some of these squares, the bigger squares. So we'll have to stick with little things. All right, where you guys keep moving to, huh? Yeah, I keep looking at all of them. At least the turtle dove, the rooster and turtle dove. And Brownie used to be called Silver, and Shadow, when the new birds that came into the flock, they were the ones that were demanding. They're the ones that they were considered themselves the head of honcho, because they already had a pecking order. Then the other ones were chased by them. Even the ones that had been here a lot longer were chased by them, and now they know to respect them because they have the rooster, and the rooster will come to the rescue. So, and now the rooster's gotten a lot, he likes everybody now, so he's doing really well with all of them. Even though Alice is still acting broody, and she walks around like, I'm broody, I need an egg to sit on, but I take them all away because I cracked them open, there is no bullseye, so he's not pregnating any of them, he's just practicing. It's I always tell everybody, he's just practicing. He ain't doing anything. So eventually, I'm going to smooth this all out, even though they're going to make dipsy holes. That's why I want to make these tunnels where they can do whatever they want in the tunnels. And then this way, I can have this stuff maybe to use to make grass seed and bird seed and pellet. Oh, I can't remember how all those different types of seeds can grow in here, and then they can, do whatever they want to do. But I'm going to have to try to catch these guys. All I have to do is take the net out, and they all go running back in because they don't want to be caught. Or they try to avoid me, which is still funny too. Anyway, but I have lots of leaves and hay and all kinds of stuff inside of their greenhouse. The greenhouse completely died. So it got to that cold snap of 9 degrees, and it felt like, well, even though it still felt warm in there, but 9 degrees killed everything. So I went ahead and let them dig it all up for me, clean it back up, and then that way, lots of poop goes in it. And then I can go ahead and put them, I can go ahead and plant it next year, and it'll be perfect for them again. Everything. I think he's in there chasing those girls around in there again. Anyway, is that Alice? Sounds like Alice. She must have got up out of bed. Oh well. Anyway, I'm just jabbering. I need to pack it all up. I'm done for today. I'll probably come out, Thursday.